fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Leonard. He's 175 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. Tipping the scales at the limit, 160 pounds with a reach of 179. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Good job defending the jab. The perfect counter lands. Left hook just missed. Good counter punch. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Punch, counter punch. Sugar Ray is rocked. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Sugar Ray's in trouble. Sugar Ray Leonard. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Somebody can smell blood.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that lap. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can they figure out the combination to this cinch?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Punch, counter punch. Stamina is off the charts. shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's see about Sugar Ray in that last round. On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Good counter punch. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Good job defending the jab.
All right.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Just one punch away from getting them a hold that thought! Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas! Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
How about Alvarez in that last round? And there's the bell to start round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You'd like to see more jabs. That one lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. Trying to land that jab. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. That jab won't score. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
The bell's...
And there's the bell to start round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. They're both trying for a knockout. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. And Sugar is in trouble. Impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that go?
1, 2, 3, 4. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. Let's start the 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
That hook just can't find the target. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominant.
There's the bell to start round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. It's all offense all the time. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Crazy.
I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out.
Let's go out there.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And he scores with the counter. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And Sugar is in trouble. That was the moment.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. This round's still up for grabs. Hold that thought! Sugar Ray Leonard took a big shot, and down he goes! We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
You're right, Todd. What a
Bitch. Crush this shit.
Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are...